So you have 5 iPhones and we're just using one?
Yeah, because, I didn't want to bring all of them here in case TSA was like, what the fuck is this
Oh.
guy doing? Welcome back to the Bhav Cast. Today we're here in Austin, Texas with comedian Donnie Stopa.
Yeah. What's up?
What's going on, brother? Thank you for coming through.
Thanks for having me.
Of
yeah.
course, man.
My name's Donnie Stopa. We're good friends.
Oh.
We're really close. Yeah.
Stopa.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, I was trying to sound it out today. I was like, how do you fucking say this?
No worries, dude.
It's like, I always love getting a white man's name wrong,
Of course. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
It feels like reparations.
It could feel like that. It could, I guess. I don't know what I did to you, bro, but whatever. It's fine.
Nothing. It's just whatever all the other white people in my life have done to me,
Okay, yeah, all right. Well, I'll just be your
back
scapegoat.
up.
That's cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever.
Happy New Year's, my man.
Happy New Year, dude.
Yeah, it's crazy.
2025, New Year.
We're out
I'm
here.
the same. I don't know. I don't feel new.
Did 2024 treat you wrong, or are you?
No, I feel I was good.
Yeah, that's
This is
how I
like
felt.
fine. I like. I'm alive, dude. I've seen too many things, bro. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, it didn't hurt you.
No.
No, I love that. Do you have
I didn't
any-
go to any Diddy parties, so I'm good. I think I'm good. Pretty sure.
No one fingered your butt.
Not that I know of. Not that I know of. I don't know. I don't think so. I had an irrational fear that happened growing up. Because my mom always told me somebody was gonna get me, like if I went outside, and I went outside and I was scared.
Yeah.
So I'd have like nightmares. It was weird.
Have you ever had any type of surgeries or anything where you had to been put under?
Yeah, dude. Okay, yeah. But I kept waking up. Like anytime. No, like I got a colonoscopy. Oh, dude. I kept waking up and I kept I was trying to make jokes to the doctor, about like his job, because it's a weird job. And I was like, hey, yeah, you're doing like it doesn't feel good. Like that doesn't, I don't know how you feel, but I don't feel good about this. And he did not laugh. I could not make that guy laugh. Yeah.
Yeah, I had my wisdom teeth taken out one time, and my dad was like, "Hey, if you wake up with a sore butthole, you let me know."
Yeah, dude, I know. Like, it's a legit fear nowadays.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many scandals out in the world.
It's
You
so
don't know.
Crazy, yeah.
You know what people are doing with you, man.
Yeah.
That's aliens. They're classic move.
Yeah.
That's it.
Take you up there, probe.
They're gonna see what's going on in there, and I don't. That's why I don't try to find aliens. I mean, we got a lot of drones around.
Yeah.
I don't think those are aliens. You think those are aliens?
Nah, dude. I think it's just some nerds that put together a bunch of drones.
Exactly, dude. I was like, okay, if you got things that are like supernatural that can go beyond physics, time and space, like that's pretty weak game. I think that's a weak game.
Yeah, and I love, like, I have a drone and I love flying my drone. So honestly, when I saw that, I was like, someone just used a little coding, put a bunch together, and sent them out.
Dude, yeah, all the white people are nervous though because we don't know how to code. Like we've been sleeping on that coding, dude. We don't.
Yeah, now that I think about it, in college, all the coding classes were just Asians and brown people, just people that look like me.
Exactly, dude. I mean, I used to work at the University of South Florida, go Bulls, and I used to drive around all these people like the engineering department, and I was like, there are no white people at the engineering building at all.
Yeah.
When I went in there, they looked at me like, "What are you doing? Like, you're not supposed to be here."
Are you lost?
Yeah,
brother?
right. Yeah. I was like, I mean, not like in a threatening way. It was just kind of
right.
like, hey, this guy is not one of us. Like,
Like,
but it was
brother,
cool.
You need directions?
I mean,
Where you
everybody was
going?
nice. It's not like it was like racist. It was just like, you're not from, like, you are lost.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you looking for the bathroom or the snack machine because white people like to eat food. All right.
No, I love that.
We love Kit Kats, dude.
Oh, is that your favorite type of candy?
I love Kit Kats, but I can't eat them, dude, because I'm allergic to gluten. Yeah, I'm a millennial. Yeah, it's required that we got to be. Yeah.
That's like one of the top worst allergies, right? Gluten?
It's not good.
Yeah.
It's not a good one.
What else
It's not.
can't you eat? You can't eat anything, really. No bread or whatever, right?
Right. I mean, whatever. I mean, it's been a while since I figured out like how to work around it. But I mean, it's not comfortable. Like I have an EpiPen, but I never filled it. I don't know. I like to live dangerously,
That's really
saying?
funny you bring that up
Yeah.
because I'm allergic to tree nuts, right? And last year or 2 years ago, I went snowboarding with my boys, and I was like, "Oh, can I get one of these cookies?" But I was like, "What kind of cookies are there?" And they're like, my friend was like, "Oh, they're chocolate chip cookies." And
I
then
didn't tell you.
No,
Yeah.
and they ended up having walnuts in
Right.
there.
No, I know this is classic move. Yeah.
And when I eat cookies, I eat them like by the mouth. Like,
Oh,
I
you
don't
gotta
take a bite.
keep
I
going,
just,
dude.
I
mean,
just
go
deep throat it.
Yeah, just do whatever your body tells you to do in that moment, dude. You just do
And
it.
I
Yeah.
had started having an allergic reaction, and I was like, "Bro, there has to be something else in here."
Right.
And he was like, "Oh shit, there's walnuts." And he was like, "Do you have an EpiPen?" I was like, "Nah, dude, I'm here to fucking die."
Right. I'm living life. I live out loud. Whatever, dude. Whatever happens, that's gonna be it. Yeah, so what I found out is, so I've been anaphylactic twice.
Okay.
And but I found out if you chew like 5-6 Benadryl, you'd be all right.
Oh, that's a good.
Yeah. I'm not trying to give health advice. Like, I don't want to get sued, but.
I'm giving health advice because I'm brown and a doctor, so.
Yeah, his last name's Patel, dude. Are you kidding me? Like, of course. Of course, bro. You got to take that advice.
Yeah, we give all the health advice here, you know?
Yeah, dude. Health, tech support, all that.
Yeah, we got it all, man.
You got to, man.
Small business advice and everything.
Dude, I'm here. I'm all ears. Whatever crypto he's got, get it, dude. You want to get that.
Yeah, I did when XRP, that's what I recently invested in.
I don't know what that means, but I'm doing it. I'm following him. Dude, I'm following his lead. Everything I got in my account is going there. XRP.com, baby.
Yeah, apparently it's a crypto that all the Asian countries are going to adopt soon.
Oh, okay.
So
well, we know what's up.
Yeah, so
we
it's
see the
good to
writing
get
on the wall, dude. Come on. And it's Mandarin. No, I'm just kidding. No, whatever. It's whatever. It's not English is the point.
No. Probably over there is Mandarin. I think that's the language of the Chinese.
Yeah, I'm trying to learn it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to learn it. So
we're going to all have to.
I got to assimilate, you know? This is a good neck rest. I didn't expect this to be so comfortable. He said, hey, you want to come out on a freezing balcony and talk about life? I said, I'm from Florida, but all right, that's fine.
Yeah, that was all like, this is like, as a Philly boy, this is like warm to me, you know?
Right, yeah.
Back in the 215, it's like 5 degrees, so this is like luxurious.
Dude, 5 degrees, that's not healthy. You can't. Actually, I do ice baths, though. Mm-hmm. I like ice baths.
Yeah.
But that's only temporary. It's like, okay, it's fun. For 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then.
I'm trying to get into ice baths because I heard they just make you like a superhero, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I'm waiting for that to kick in. That hasn't happened yet. But I'm excited about it. No, it's been really good. Like, it's good for your mental, physical health, whatever.
Yeah, it makes you tough because you're in there and you're like, I got to be a
resilient. Yeah, right. And then there are other people waiting to get in the ice bath, and if you don't go in, it's not a good look.
Where do you do it? Like at your gym or something?
At the gym, yeah.
Oh, I love that.
I got a gym where they got sauna, ice bath, all that.
So do you go back and forth?
I do, yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll do 2-3 rounds.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, Andrew Huberman, what's up? Look me up, buddy. Let me on the podcast, dude. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of health and wellness, you know. I think
for sure, right.
If we're going to make it to, like, comedy, like, one of the big things about comedy is if you want to last out your ops, you just got to be fucking healthier than.
Right. Yeah, dude, you see the writing on the wall there, dude. And
yeah.
I'm trying to, go the distance.
Mm-hmm.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Yeah. How old are you?
I'm 40.
40? So, like, when did you start to become a little bit more health conscious? Or were you always health conscious?
It was when I found out I was allergic to gluten.
Oh, shit.
'Cause I started feeling terrible all the time, and I was always like, I couldn't eat anything without getting sick, and like I was always like super bloated, and just didn't feel great.
Right.
And so I started going to different doctors. They're just giving me a lot of drugs and stuff. I was like, I don't want to take drugs, you know. And so I was maybe there's something. And so they took an allergy test, and they said, oh yeah, you're allergic to gluten. Like they tested my blood.
Yeah.
And then they're like, all right, so go off gluten. And then for like after like 6 months, I started feeling normal.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. I was like, all right, I can,
maybe
get out of the
I need
house,
to get
live
an allergy
life.
test.
Dude, for sure. Like I don't know, it helped. Like, and then but the problem is that when you go off and then you like accidentally go back on, or you intentionally go back on, you'll feel even worse.
Oh, I believe it.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like you're just poisoning yourself.
That's what you're doing. Yeah. It's like if you go out like okay. I've never done meth, but I'd imagine I'm from Florida, so we have it. I know it's there. So like if you do a bunch of that and then you stop doing it, and then you try to do some like you're not gonna hold it as well in your body. Your body's gonna freak out a little bit. Yeah. I've heard. I don't know. I just heard this from my
that's what they
neighbors.
say down the pipeline. We don't do meth.
In Pasco County or Polk County, if you're there, you know what's up.
Wait, my producer anxiety's hitting me real quick.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Is it record? Are we on, dude? We're on, dude. Yeah.
When I take this thing on the road, I get a little nervous sometimes.
No, I'm the same way, dude. I've done so many where I just didn't record the audio or I hit the button, but it didn't that was my other. I had the same or a similar one of these, and I went to hit audio and I hit the button, but I didn't press it hard enough. Yeah, didn't get any of it.
Yeah, producer anxiety is like the worst because I don't know if you noticed this. Like why did you get into comedy? Because like you just wanted to have fun and make people laugh, or?
Yeah. I mean, I don't really have a profound answer. I just felt like, I want to do this.
Yeah.
This is like I saw people. I saw Brian Regan. I was like, I could do that. Whatever. I could easily do that. And then I learned that I'm not. that funny. But I am no. I learned. I wanted to do comedy since I was 7.
Okay.
Like I knew that when I saw stand up, I saw Bill Hicks on Comedy Central for the first time, and I said that's what I want to do.
Hell yeah.
So after that, I just kept reminding myself over the years that I wanted to do it. I saw Sinbad when I was like 14, 15.
Okay.
Saw him live. My favorite comic of all time. And his crowd work's phenomenal. And so I was like, all right, that's for sure what I want to do. And then after college, because my parents are like, you're not going to, like, you're not funny. Like, you've never been funny. I'm like, I'm hilarious. You don't know.
Exactly. You live
don't
like
get me,
2
bro.
lives almost, right? Like,
Right, you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you don't see me in the cafeteria at school, bro. I got them all on lock. Hilarious, spitting up milk through their nose. And then, so yeah, I just, oh, dude, I got warrants. I got to lay low.
Yeah, same, brother. Someone's dying out there.
That's not
Someone's
good.
ODing out there.
Yeah, bro.
That's an ambulance here in Austin.
That's the gluten, bro. Somebody got glutened just now. So then after college, I was like, man, I got to do it. I got to do it.
You just committed to it. So, like,
Yeah.
this is, like, the funny thing about comedy. Like, we all just want to do comedy, but you got to do fucking 18 other things just to do stand-up.
Oh, right. Yeah, you got a podcast. You got to make sketches. You got to know how to do green screen, chroma key. Like, you got to know all this. You got to be a filmmaker, director, producer, booker, admin, all that every day.
And it's, like, such a pain in the ass because you just want to go out there.
Publicist, marketing.
Your own PR rep.
PR. You got to make sure everything's in line with the brand. You know, you got to be. Yeah, it's wild.
Did you go to school for marketing, or what did you go to school for?
No, dude. I'm a criminologist. I'm a freelance criminologist.
Hell yeah. Have you what do you learn in that degree?
You learn about jail.
Okay.
You know, you learn.
Is that like a path to lawyerhood, or?
Yeah, I mean, I thought, okay, so my stepsister, when I was in high school, said, "Oh, you should be in the FBI." And I was like, okay. So then for college, I was like, all right, I signed up to be criminology.
Okay.
And then I thought maybe I'd go to law school. But I learned, and then I started doing loss prevention in high school, actually senior year of high school. And I worked alongside, or had interactions with law enforcement, a lot of them. Not because I was a criminal, but because I was catching shoplifters, and I have to call the cops, and then you're processing all these people, and so yeah, I mean throughout college I did that job catching shoplifters, and then I said I don't want to do law enforcement.
Okay.
And I got to speak at the meetings, like at the store where I was, shoplifter catcher, and I had more fun just being silly, making jokes with everybody than I did catching shoplifters. So I was like, yeah, let's do that.
I love that.
Yeah.
So I asked that because you gave me this bracelet. This I have it on right now. And it's like the way you give out your Instagram.
Yeah, it's my
sometimes.
Instagram and stuff. Yeah.
And I went home and I was like, oh, this guy has to be like a marketing major or something.
No.
Yeah.
Dude.
Like I love that.
I just I knew a couple comics who did that, and I was like, because I used to have business cards back in the day. I had a MySpace on my business card.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I've been around for a minute.
That dates it. Yeah. I had a MySpace too.
It's okay. Yeah. I've been undercover for a while. Anyhow, laying low profile. Like I said, I got warrants, but no, it was so I started doing these bracelets because it was I never would remember business cards, or at half time I don't have my wallet right now.
Right.
So, but if I have these, I got a couple on my wrist, and then I've actually made pretty good contacts just from having one and being like, hey, here, let's connect.
Yeah.
And for networking and comedy, it's worked really well.
Yeah, no, I really loved it.
Marketing. Again, like somebody really likes the show. It's my merch. So if I'm doing a headlining gig, that's my merch, and then I sell those so I can order more. And it works really well.
Yeah, and on it you have a fucking flip phone squad. Are you only rocking the flip phone?
I wish, dude. I miss those days. I'm trying to bring them back. So that's a whole movement.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my flip phone squad. The people who are like, hey, let's hack into the database and
what do you
get
think
off
about
the grid.
these new flip phones that are like the fucking smartphones, but they flip?
That doesn't count, bro.
Yeah.
That's a poor substitute. That's a bootleg. No, because dude, there are so many advantages to the flip phone. Like you can't how much do those cost?
The iPhones?
No, the ones that you can. Yeah, you can.
Oh,
flip.
I mean, I imagine probably like near $1,000.
$1,000,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You're spending $1,000. Dude, back in the day, my flip phone was like $12, and I could just, when I got mad, I was like, blah, I could throw it. Didn't matter.
Yeah.
I could throw it off this balcony, and it'd be fine,
Yep.
right? I could swim in the ocean with it, no problem. Like I'm picking up the call still, and but these, no, I can't. No, that's not gonna work.
There's like no.
It's more about a lifestyle. It's about my lifestyle.
Yeah.
Like I can't. Like I will lose my iPhone like tomorrow, and then and I don't buy insurance, so I'm gonna have to spend $1,000 every time.
Right.
And I'm a comic. I can't afford that. So no.
We're like, yeah, I totally get it. And like when you fucking hang up angrily on the iPhone, it's like not cool. You know,
It's not
like,
cool. Yeah, no, you're not getting any of that angst out. Like it's not healthy. You're keeping that angst in.
Yeah,
it's not going where you want it to go. You can't channel your anger correctly. And I think Bill Gates did that.
Yeah.
I think he did that to us, and we need to fight the power.
Yeah, and I agree. Like when you lose a flip phone, it doesn't hurt your soul. Like when I started the Bhav Cast, I bought 5 of these iPhones, right?
Oh,
and
dude, I got an iPhone 5. You got 5 iPhones. Dude, that's wild.
And like I remember, like I didn't film an episode for 3 months, and one of the fucking iPhones just like the mother drive or whatever, the motherboard like wasn't like kicking up anymore. So I was like one iPhone down. I was like, fuck.
That sounds like somebody was trying to sell you an iPhone, dude. Trying to make money. Oh, the motherboard. Yeah, you got to get a new one.
And then I tried to be a golf content creator one day, and then I lost one iPhone.
One day, dude? You gave up quick.
Yeah. No, I still I still golf, but
Okay,
I just
all
gave up on the content creating because I lost the iPhone that day, and I was like, fuck, these iPhones are for the Bhavcast, not for golfing.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, I got you. That makes sense.
so then that really hurt me, but yeah, I totally get it. Like,
So you have 5 iPhones and we're just using one?
yeah, because I didn't want to bring all of them here in case TSA was like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
That actually makes sense. That's smart. Yeah, that's smart.
And I'm a brown guy.
No, I get it. The subtext was there, buddy. Yeah, we get it.
Just wanted to paint the picture for
Oh, yeah, the
them.
people. Sorry. Yeah.
So that's like, so okay, you said like
You got a hoodie on with glasses going through TSA. Yeah, it's not good.
Exactly. I
Not
got
good
to
look.
take everything off. I actually go to the airport in a suit,
Right. Yeah.
I wear a polo. I try to be a nice collective guy.
Right. I get it. I like it.
Yeah, brother. So you said like you travel for comedy a lot and all that. Where's like some of your favorite places you've been?
Oh man, I like all different places for different reasons.
Okay, yeah.
Like I think it depends on time of year.
Mm-hmm.
I like Nevada.
Okay.
I like anything. I like Salt Lake City.
Okay.
Dude, it's weird.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird, but you get out in nature, you got all kinds of mountains. Like I'm from Florida, so we don't know about mountains or like anything cold or snow. Like there's actual like white stuff on the ground. I'm like, what? I'm
That's
freaking
not
out.
cocaine.
Yeah. Yeah, this isn't Tiger King, baby. This is a different show. But yeah, no. So like I go up in the canyon. There's like water running down the mountain. It's some of the most beautiful stuff. And then you're surrounded by like just beautiful fresh air.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice. And so I like going places that are just different than what I'm used to.
Mm-hmm.
So and the people in Salt Lake City love comedy.
Yeah.
Like they're all about it. So Wise Guys Comedy Club's like cleaning up out there. They're doing great.
I love that.
Yeah, they're doing great.
Have you ever tried shredding the gnar, pal? Like skiing or snowboarding?
Oh, is that what that means? Oh, yeah. Obviously, I have not. Yeah, dude. I mean, I've been on a jet ski.
Okay, that's cool.
Because I'm from Florida, but
Water
no, we
motorcycle.
don't. Yeah, exactly. Like that's how you know you made it. Is if you can rent a jet ski at Clearwater Beach. No, I think that's been a childhood dream of mine since I was 11.
Mm-hmm.
Because I had a cousin who was like, "Hey, anytime you want to come to Colorado, let's go. We're going snowboarding." And I grew up skateboarding.
Okay, hell yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, dude, I want to do that. Like that's next level. I want to grind on a half pipe.
Yeah.
Whatever, dude. I'm in. Let's do it. And then it never happened. So it's still a dream of mine to do that. And I had some knee surgeries, and I was like, I don't know if it's a good idea, but I'll do it. I'll still do it.
Yeah, I totally feel that. I mean, I grew up skateboarding as well, and snowboarding is just the next progression.
Right.
And you take some hits on the skateboard, and then you're like, and then like I have bad hips, so I
Oh, of
understand the
course.
bad
Oh no,
knees and all
yeah,
that.
yeah. I could talk about that all day.
So like as I get older, like if I was your age, I actually wouldn't start snowboarding because now you're just asking to.
I'm gonna
die.
start. Yeah, again, I it's something in me. It just is self-destructive, so I got to do it. You know?
Well, I think what you should do is like you should buy some of those like butt pads and shit. You know, really go in protective.
I will.
gear.
Yeah, I probably will because I already have them because I play hockey. I grew up playing ice hockey.
Okay,
And I still
nice.
have all the gear, and I still play a little bit. Yeah, like
Wait,
I do
so-
like rec leagues or drop-ins. You know,
How do you play ice hockey in Florida?
Tampa Bay Lightning, baby, check them out.
Oh, so they okay. They'll
NHL, we got NHL, dude. We got so there's gonna be a culture anywhere you got a good, strong NHL team.
I guess when you make the ice rink inside and just have a lot of air conditioning, you can.
It's
do
expensive
anything.
air conditioning. Like the ice time's like twice as much. You got to pay twice as much in Florida than if you go up north or somewhere. Yeah,
Interesting.
if you go to Detroit, it's like $5. You go to Florida, it's like $30.
Interesting. Yeah, ice skating for me is really tough because I got these really scrawny ankles.
Yeah.
So I always feel like I don't have the strength.
I got a little bit of that too. Yeah, but I think I have some weird strength in there now. But even though they're not too big, but I guess
I mean, those are nice. They got dexterity. It
yeah, I
looks
guess
like.
now I guess I've grown into my ankles, dude. I guess whatever. I don't know. I don't do enough calf raises, but like maybe they're just fat.
Yeah.
Cankles.
I don't have pretty calves either. Sometimes my sister, she'll be like, "Bob, I wish I had your calves," and I'll be like, "Don't say that to me."
Yeah, that's an odd statement, dude. Yeah, that's not what you want. That's not what you're going for.
Because she has like nice
You could trick
run-
some men, dude. That's a thing. That's a thing nowadays. People are tricking men. Yeah.
It's really funny you say that because like gay dudes love me. Like,
Oh, gay dudes love me. I think they love anybody. No offense to gay dudes. I'm just saying, your chances are much higher, of getting flirted with, getting hit on.
sometimes I
Yeah.
say like gay dudes, if they really wanted to, they could end society in like in their favor because like as men, like when's the last time you got a genuine compliment from someone?
Dude, it's rare. I remember I had, a girl at the gym like gave me a compliment one day, and I've been going to the gym every day ever since that moment.
Just looking for her.
And that was like 10 years ago. Yeah, that was like I'm still going to the gym waiting for my second compliment. She was like, "You're killing it." Wow, you make that look easy.
Oh.
And I was like, done. That's all I'm gonna do. This is my whole
my ring.
personality. Right? Yeah. I'm looking for her if you're out there. I think her name's Sarah. She's a white girl. But I'll still hang out with her. She.
I posted a couple of TikToks.
She's kind.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I posted a couple of TikToks down here, and all these like gay dudes were coming out of the woodworks, like, "Oh, bro, you're so pretty and all that."
Yeah.
And I was like, if you guys keep this up, like, I might just leave women behind.
Dude, I know. You go where you're celebrated, not just tolerated. That's what it is. That's that's why. Yeah. We wonder why we got so many gays out here. It's straight up. I mean, not straight, but it's
Yeah, I know.
it's up. It's like
Literally.
your self-esteem is up.
It's erected.
It's something. I don't know. I felt something.
Yeah,
Felt something good.
Yeah, there's one guy, he literally commented, he was like, "Man, if you give me 15 minutes with you, I'll suck the straight out of you."
Whoa, bro. That's pretty serious. That's a serious guy right there, man. He's not playing games.
He wasn't.
He's not. Dude, yeah, I remember man. Yeah, it's I'd feel great if I were into dudes. I'd feel like good about myself.
Yeah, and like they, if you get one that's like a guy that's like twice your size, he can like take care of you. You know what I
It's
mean?
hard. If I found a guy twice my size, he's on my 600-pound life. That's gonna be a problem. That might be a weird thing. He might be eating the mattress. That's not good. I want him to be healthy, and so I'd be sad.
Yeah. Well, he could be like, have you ever seen Game of Thrones?
I haven't.
Okay, so there's like a gentleman there. His name is the Mountain, and he's like 7 feet tall.
Are you making stuff up? You could literally tell me anything
No,
right now.
serious.
This sounds made up, but go ahead. Keep
no,
going.
serious. His name is the Mountain.
They're not even trying, these screenwriters. They call him the Mountain. Whatever, dude. What's that, a mountain? All right, yeah, that's what it is.
He's as big as a mountain, so just call him the Mountain.
They're not trying. Go ahead.
But that's how he's just like a big dude. He's healthy. He's just
Oh, he's healthy.
Yeah,
He's a healthy
yeah.
guy.
He's
Okay.
like a big, strong man. He does like all those strongman competitions. He's like one of the best.
Oh,
in the
okay.
world.
No neck. Yeah.
Yeah. So if that guy was like, "Hey, Bob, I'll take care of you for the rest of my life," I'd be like, "You know what? Fine."
Yeah, as long as, I don't know, I guess, because people say being gay is like, it's brave,
Brave?
They say it's brave, if you're gay. Like, oh, you're gay and you're like, that's so brave. And I don't think it's brave.
Nah.
Except for the one part. You know, that one part might be like I feel like I'm not brave enough
To take it in the ass?
That's pretty much that's what I'm getting at, dude. I'm not brave enough for that. But whatever, dude. You know.
Yeah, I mean,
so I guess it's brave. At the end of the day, it's brave.
Well, you know, they say as a doctor, I'll tell you guys this. You know, they say the male's G spot is in your ass. You know.
I've heard this. I'm not trying to explore. I'm not here. I'm not a conquistador trying to explore. I'm not. You know. I'm no prospector. I'm good.
Yeah. You know, my buttholes and
if I could just find a kind woman, you know, again to tell me compliments, I'm good. You know, again, I'm 40. Like, I'm just.
That's all you want.
That's
just
all I want.
Nice to you.
Somebody be nice. Just be nice and don't take all my money.
Yeah.
Please.
And
it's not that much, but don't take it. It's not yours.
Right.
You know, it could be ours, but it doesn't have to be all yours.
No, I love
man,
that.
I got a lot of scars emotionally.
But do you think?
But I don't know.
Do you think we're regular humans? Like we do this, so it's like I
no,
don't know
but we observe humans.
Yeah,
like
right.
I know what humans do, and I know how to like hack into that system. You know, like no, I feel like I don't feel like I'm. I don't know any more significant or intelligent, but I do just study humans, and I think that's part of what we do.
Yeah, no, I'm like I can observe and I can pick up on things, but when I'm in the game,
when you're in the moment, but that's because your amygdala takes over, bro. You're fight or flight, and that you can't make logical decisions in fight or flight. So I think you just gotta maybe take Xanax. I don't know what you I don't know. No, don't take Xanax.
That's like funny. That's
I don't
also
recommend
funny
that.
you say that because the other like week I went to like the doctor because I just turned like 31 and I was like this year for my birthday I'm not gonna get like any ladies, no toys. I'm gonna get myself doctor's appointments. You know.
Oh yeah, keep yourself alive, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
So you can stay in the game.
And I was telling my doctor, like sometimes my chest hurts a little bit, and I was like maybe I'm like. I'm like too young to have a heart attack or whatever, and he's like, have you ever like gone to therapy? Maybe you have anxiety. He's like, you might be just having anxiety attacks that you just been straight arming like a man.
Right.
I was like, that's cool. That's what I want to keep doing.
Yeah. That's how you know you're alive, dude.
Yeah.
No, I mean, yeah, for sure. I used to have like crippling anxiety, dude, and I mean a lot of comics like struggle with depression, anxiety, back and forth, whatever, and. Yeah, man, I think just take ice baths.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, you know what it is? I kind of recently stopped smoking weed, and I think a lot of weed was like my fucking anxiety builder.
It will.
Yeah.
So it'll do both though. It'll make you anxious, but it'll also curb the anxiety.
Yeah.
So it's hard to like chicken or egg, like which one's really helping or hurting me. Yeah, I don't know. I only do CBD.
Interesting.
So I don't do THC.
Yeah.
And I don't drink either.
Right.
So it's like that seems to be like levels me out. Like I said, ice baths, working out, sauna.
Yeah.
Stuff like that helps me. And I don't know, I feel like, like more grounded or whatever, but I don't necessarily, I'm not always having as much fun.
Right.
So you're going to.
Well, also, you've experienced life, you know?
Yeah. I kind of know what's harmful and not helpful.
Like, young people have a lot of fun because they don't know what's going to hit them still, you know?
Yeah.
They haven't had, like, their first, big job loss, their big
rock
heartbreak.
bottom. Yeah.
They're still
My life has been a series of rock bottoms, so now I'm just like, hey, I'm just happy I'm here, dude. Like,
exactly.
I'm just here on a balcony. It's not weird at all.
Yeah, when I, honestly, when I walked into this crib and I saw this wraparound balcony, I was like, wow, life is great again, you know?
Right,
I might be digging out of the hole.
Well, yeah, because, I mean, your circumstances can't determine your fulfillment, I guess, Like, that's something you learn in life,
exactly.
Right? So you just got to be like, all right, how do I just sustain what's going on inside me to where whatever happens outside of me is, I don't know, not as important.
Yeah, it doesn't affect, like, your whole life.
Right.
Yeah, do you meditate or anything like that?
Oh, yeah, I pray. I'm super aware, present.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I've been hanging out with white women, I learned about astrology. I don't know. No, no man, I am. I'm like, I pray and, meditate a lot. So when I'm in the ice bath, I meditate. That's like double.
You have to, right?
You got. Otherwise, you're just freaking out.
If you start panicking in there, it's over.
Oh, yeah, that's terrible. And so, because you don't want to release cortisol when you're in there.
Oh, okay.
Because it, like, regulates your cortisol. So you get the fight or flight benefits of like the dopamine and whatever, oxytocin. But then if you're calm, your cortisol won't spike at all. So it actually, it's super good for you unless you freak out. if you freak out while you're in there, then it's bad for you.
Interesting. You know, I know nothing about cortisol, and I should as a doctor.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Cortisol. Like, it's our stress hormone. So if you have high cortisol, it messes with your metabolic health, like your blood sugar, all that. Yeah, dude.
Interesting.
If you're super stressed all the time and you're not sleeping, then that's going to, your cortisol's all jacked up.
Interesting. Maybe that's why I've been having a lot of diarrhea too, because I feel like this trip has not like been stressful, but like every night I've had a little bit of pressure to perform well, because it's like, you know, I'm seeing all these people for the first time.
Right.
So like during the day, every day, I'm just like fucking.
No, yeah, of course, yeah. Internally, yeah, you're probably pretty stressed, dude. Yeah. You may not feel it, but it's happening. Yeah. Or you're feeling something.
Yeah, I'm feeling. I'm feeling drained actually.
Yeah. Well, hydrate, buddy. You know, get some. That's it too. If your cortisol's jacked up, man. Yeah, I went for me. It's like electrolytes. You know, like I'm 40. Like all I do is spend money on supplements and alkaline water and electrolytes. Yeah, dude. That's it.
Trying to just feed those nutrients.
Yeah.
You know what's like crazy? Recently I read this thing that like, you know, like the fruit and food we eat today has like 1/8 of the nutrients it did back.
It does, yeah. Because the farming, dude, people, they're like, okay, we want to mass produce and, you know, capitalize on whatever we can, and we're going to make it last as long as we can. Yeah, dude. RFK, baby. RFK knows about this. Yeah.
But I think we all have gotten, like, he joined, like Trump and them, and, like, I don't think they're going to do the things that they said they were going to do. No, I think they swindle. I don't know, man. Every government, every time they get in swindles.
Well, that's every time, but yeah. Every time. They're like, oh, we're going to change the world and make it great, and then it's never great. But it'll, you know, I feel like at least it's definitely influencing the culture, and it's influencing like the people in the FDA and like, you know, because it's like, you know, if you're doing anything corrupt and then you have people coming in and saying, hey, we're going to audit everything that you're doing.
Yeah.
Like, that's a little scary, right? You'd be like, all right, I need to go to Canada or whatever, you know, London or something.
Bali or something.
Yeah. Or just off the grid completely. Yeah. Who knows? But so I think, you know, at least it's a good conversation to have. Like, why is everybody sick?
Yeah.
Right? Like, why is the food not
Why are we all
nourishing?
dying? Yep.
Yeah, why is everybody malnourished and we're in like the most abundant place?
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Have you ever heard of a guy named Satguru?
Who is it?
Satguru.
No.
He's this Indian guru from India, obviously. And he's like on this world tour basically because he was like, if we don't fix the soil on planet Earth, it's like a hate crime for future generations.
Oh, it is? Oh, for sure. Yeah. And so is he North Indian or South Indian?
That, I have no idea.
Because, like, I know one of them, like, they don't eat meat. So, especially if you don't eat meat.
I think so my family's from Gujarat, which is like almost like West India.
Okay.
So they might like, I don't know, like people who do Hinduism, a lot of them are vegetarian.
Vegetarian, yeah.
Yeah, so like I think it's like really regional.
It's regional, if you're into Hindu, Hindi or whatever.
Yeah. But his whole thing is like we got to like save the soil, and he's like going out to all these countries. He's like showing them how you like fucking
you mineralize it. Yeah, you put magnesium and other things in it. That you need. Yeah, dude, I'm all about that, dude.
And like you also have to rotate the crops. You can't just keep like corn.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, because it's gonna suck up all the same nutrients, and then you got nothing.
Are you into gardening at all?
No. Not at all. Again, I've been hanging out with white women, and they got these beds in the back of their these little plant beds, and I started learning about it.
Yeah, I want to get into gardening one day. You know, if I ever get like a rooftop crib like in Philly, I just put a garden up there. You know.
Oh yeah,
dude,
I
would love
for
that.
Sure. No, I mean I'm all about like I would like to buy a house like off the, you know, like get some land, get some chickens.
That's the move.
The
chickens are like
that,
fucking
well water or something like that.
Yep. You can produce like
so I know what's in my water.
Yeah.
Right.
And like you also sometimes like if you think about like this, like almost like when I want to buy a house, I want to get somewhere where there's like a flowing water in the back, and then you can put like almost like a turbine in there, so you're also producing electricity. You know.
Dang, dude, you're next level.
I'm
bro.
trying, baby.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah, I like it.
Look, Donnie, one day shit's gonna hit the fan. And, you know, we're going to have to live off grid and produce all of our own shit, you know?
You think?
Yeah, like just a couple years ago in Texas, remember? Like the whole grid went down?
Oh, yeah, the grid went down. Yeah, I heard about that, dude.
So you might need options to figure out how to produce your own shit. And you won't be able to go on YouTube and be like, oh, what is that, chicken?
I got rotisserie chicken, bro. You want some? Dude, I haven't eaten all day. Yeah. I'm intermittent fasting right now.
Have some. I love that,
smelling chicken. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and that's about it. It's just like, we need to figure out how to produce our own shit and learn about it, because one day when the internet goes black, who's going to tell you shit, And people are competing for resources and all that. You won't be able to, because all you've been on is TikTok, just watching people twerk.
Hunger Games.
Hunger Games, yeah.
I've never seen it, but I get it.
Mm-hmm. So we met at Kill Tony the other night, you know what I mean? And how many, have you gone to Kill Tony before, or was that your first time, or in the stadium, or what's your exposure to Kill Tony?
That was my first time in the stadium.
Mm-hmm. And what did you think about it in that space?
I feel like, I don't want to say it was underwhelming.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, our seats weren't great.
Right. So we got it for free,
we didn't have the greatest vantage point to see what was going on, but the energy was different.
Yeah.
The energy was different than what I expected. And I've only been to Kill Tony, to sign up. I've never actually been to the actual show.
The mothership?
Right.
Okay.
But I've never actually seen the show live. This is my first time watching it live. And I felt like the arena venue is odd, because with comedy, it's kind of an intimate thing, especially when you have people who haven't been, there are certain people who in an arena thrive.
Right.
Somebody who uses the stage and, is just a master of being an entertainer.
Right.
So, or who has a huge following, and people don't care if they just stand there.
Yeah.
So, I got chicken in my teeth, dude.
You're good.
It was really good. I went to Whole Foods on the way here, dude. Yeah. So, yeah, I think the arena is a weird place to do stand-up for your very first time. And I don't know why people would want to do that.
Yeah, why
to themselves?
Yeah, exactly.
Or to everybody else. But there's a guy who's capitalized on the whole concept, which is great.
Yeah.
I think is great. The Kill Tony show, it's designed to lend to whatever happens. We're going to make it fun, which is cool. But the pyrotechnics were cool.
Yeah, dude.
I like that.
I
It was
didn't know
warm.
the fire was gonna be that warm.
It was warm,
yeah.
bro. Yeah, I was like, I don't know if this is safe, but we're doing it.
Yeah, right. Safety was our first concern.
They put all the comedians right in the most dangerous part of the whole arena, the most flammable area.
Like,
and which it could be, I don't know. Maybe it's attrition. Maybe they thought we would just
burn.
Yeah, Darwinism. But no. So I think, I think it was weird, and I didn't. Okay, you had the one lady. There was this one lady who went up and she's like, "This is my first time ever doing stand up ever."
Yeah.
And then all the comics just go nuts, start booing.
Yeah.
They're like, "Oh," because they're like mad that
they didn't get called.
They didn't get called. But dude, if you think Kill Tony's gonna make your career, then you better have a good backup job.
Yeah.
Because it's not gonna. Yeah, there's no magic pill to make or break your career. Now it's good if you have an act and you're like, hey, I'm ready. I've been, I have an act. I know what to do when I'm on stage, and I can capitalize on that. And it'll be good. But I don't know what compels people for the very first time ever getting on stage,
or even under a year. It's like
to really. I mean, you got to be. Which is, I'm not mad. Mad. Again, I wasn't gonna boo him. I was like, oh,
That was I felt like that made me feel so dirty. It's like when these guys behind me are
you felt affiliated with them.
Yeah, and they're
I was like,
they're saying fuck you, get off. I was like, bro, if you get called next and you're a couple beers deep, I guarantee you're not gonna
do any better. You're not gonna do any better. I mean, because I've seen a lot of these people do jokes, and I'm like, or people that have the same amount of experience or lack thereof, and delusion, and again, it's nothing against them, but you can't judge anybody, bro.
Yeah.
Because literally, it's Tony's show. That's what I was saying. I was like, dude, this is his show.
Yeah.
And you guys are taking over, influencing the show by booing.
Yeah.
Which isn't a good look for you guys.
Nah.
And so why not let Tony do his job? And he's designed the show to where he knows that he knows that somebody's going to go up and be terrible and it's their first time, and that's his job, is to make that funny.
Yeah.
And make it fun.
And
for
maybe
everybody.
he'll fix it with the interview part. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and maybe the interview's great, and maybe whatever. But yeah, I mean, trying to cut other people down is not the way to the top.
Yeah, were you there on the 30th, or just did you come for the 31st?
Just the 31st.
Yeah, so on the 30th, there were dudes. There's two groups of people that actually got into fights in the crowd like we were in, like the comic section. And I was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck are you guys doing?
They got into fights.
Yeah, like literally like 2 couples got into arguments and they're like, one is leaving. She's like, fuck you, bitch. Like, kiss my ass.
He's
And,
like, this is my dream, babe.
I was like, you guys look so corny in front of this arena.
Yeah, that's brutal. That's brutal. No, I don't. Yeah, it's like I said, it's not a good look, but it's just it was kind of sad. Just kind of made me sad.
And like honestly, when I saw like watching it from the position we were watching it,
Right,
I was like,
right.
if my name gets called, I was like, I can definitely handle this. I thought like
Right.
it was less intimidating after sitting there for a minute. You
Right.
know?
Oh yeah. Again, I mean, if you've been doing comedy long enough, you know once you get on stage and you have the mic, like you know what to do.
Yeah.
And if you're if you've ever been heckled and you've ever like and you're decent at handling hecklers, you're gonna do fine.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have anything to worry about. But
Like-
if it's your first time on stage, and you have this lady went up with some false premise, and
Yeah.
it was like it was bad.
What was her whole thing about? Like her like kids watch her like OnlyFans. or
She was
something?
saying, she was like, oh yeah, like it was a weird convoluted premise that didn't make any sense.
And it was like too dirty. It was like
It was super dirty, and like it's this like sweet looking mom, and you're like, you don't want to hear that from her. You want just her to be a sweet mom and say silly, corny things or whatever. But she went up and talked about her son like liking some girl, but it wasn't really liking a girl. It was somehow related to liking your mom. And I don't know.
And then all of
it was a weird group online on the dark web or something. I don't know. Something weird.
I just felt like so like I was like I felt
dirty.
Yeah, I felt like there's a lot of things that made me feel dirty in that.
Yeah, you get
show.
the secondhand embarrassment or secondhand ugh.
And I don't know if you when we were sitting there like yesterday, I don't know if you felt it or like 2 days ago, like there was a guy smoking a bogey behind us.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, "What are you doing, dog?"
I know that guy. That guy, yeah.
And I was like, "Are you allowed?"
I don't want. Okay, so there's a fine line between being a comic in Austin and being homeless in Austin.
Oh, was he? You think a homeless man that signed
I
up?
think he's a homeless comic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but there's just like I make jokes about this when I'm in Austin because I know literally that half the comics here are not. Like they're just living
Just
on
in
the
their
street
cars or something.
in their cars and whatever. And I lived in my car, when I was like for a little while.
Right.
But but these guys are like I didn't have to live in my car. I just did it because I was traveling and I wanted to do comedy and whatever. But
what kind of car were you living in?
A Buick.
Was that
Buick LeSabre?
Was that the one that Shaq sits in? Was it big enough?
It's big, dude.
Okay.
It's big. Yeah, it was like it's the most comfy thing you could. It's like driving a living room, bro.
Yeah,
Like driving your grandparents' living room for sure. Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, man, it was cool. Like I didn't mind. Like I did it by choice. Like I knew I didn't have to live in a Buick. But some of these folks, like I think this is there's a lot of drug use and stuff going on, and so they're like I always say there's just a very fine line between being homeless or being a comic in Austin. So yeah,
it was crazy. The first couple of days I was down here, like since it was like 80 degrees, I was like going for a run and shit, and I was like, wait, I've seen this guy on Kill Tony, and I was like, I've seen this guy on Kill Tony, and these guys are just on 5th Street, just like looks like they haven't showered in a minute.
They have not. No, I guarantee you they have not. Yeah, they're flying signs. Yeah.
So I thought the experience was nice, and like now I know like when they come to Wells Fargo, I'm gonna try to sign up there and like Madison Square Garden because those are places closer to me.
Right.
So like now I get the vibe, and I'm like I was planning to come in heavy anyway, just bars.
Yeah.
And
you got to, man. You got to have a plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Even the interview part, like I was like talking to some guy like in line. I was like, oh, like if he asks you like, what do you do for fun? Do you have an answer? And he was like, no. I was like, he's definitely gonna ask you.
Dude, he's very predictable.
Yeah.
Like it's a very predictable show. You get it.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it a ton either. But I know what it is.
Yeah, there's definitely like 6 questions he'll ask you.
Yeah.
Like, do you have a love life? What do you do for fun? Like, just have those answers on lock. Make them creative and.
Right.
You know what I mean, just have a good podcast.
Be able to just have a little banter. That's what they're trying to figure out is what's your personality? What are you about? Like, what's your life like?
Can they hang with you,
right.
honestly?
Exactly. That's what they're looking for.
Yeah, I was like, I really wanted, like, okay, so you know that guy in the wheelchair that got caught up?
Right.
So he was actually, like, in line when we were, like, doing, like, the tickets. He was one person ahead of me, and I was thinking, man, like, fuck, if that was my, like, could that have been it?
I could have been it. Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting.
But I'm glad he got called because, he's an Indian man in a wheelchair. You know?
Hey, he's paving the way, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, so my opener would have been like, my hip flexors are so bad I can't sit down Indian style. That's racist because I'm 100% Indian. You do my 23andMe, it comes back Patel.
Yeah.
But I had a feeling that if I did that, like, Tony would be like, and I came after that guy.
After that guy, that would be, I was like, that'd be a problem. Yeah.
Like,
that guy literally can't sit, can't move his legs, can't cross his,
But,
he can't feel his legs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I didn't feel bad for him too much because,
No.
he did that to himself by being an
He
alcoholic.
kind of did, dude.
Yeah.
He kind of did, but it's sad, I mean, I've made bad decisions, and thankfully I'm not,
But, okay.
I mean, I've also had some L's. I've taken some L's.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Like I did a front flip off a balcony and I sprained this ankle real bad one time. Like,
Yeah.
I've had some good drunken injuries, but
Yeah.
to wing yourself off of a balcony, like balcony play is like you have to go on the other side. You know, it's not really easy to fall off about unless it breaks. That's one thing.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
But then you can get a lawsuit. You probably won't be doing comedy because you'll be rolling in. You probably have a gold ass wheelchair.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like as I used to be a big partier. I went to Penn State, so I get it. But like to go over a balcony is like, and I love balconies. I only get apartments with balconies.
Yeah. Well, I think I see you're into that. So I thought it was interesting that he plays in a basketball.
Yeah. Well, you got to stay active.
Yeah, of course. Which I'm like, hey, props for that. But there's there's that rivalry between people who got paralyzed later in life versus the ones who were born paralyzed. I was like, that's kind of weird, man. That's like reverse racist,
Yeah, it's like sometimes it's ableist almost.
Ableist.
Yeah.
It's reverse ableist. That's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure, dude.
No, I love that whole thing. The whole experience was great to watch. And then when they
Yeah,
brought
it was a
Undertaker,
good experience. Oh, the Undertaker was fun.
That was
I
wild.
literally wanted him to pull that, come out and pick up that lady though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been fun.
That would have been sick.
Because I mean, come on, why not?
I would have ran honestly when I saw him, I would have went to the fucking bear just so he would get me.
Right.
You know what I mean? At that point, the Undertaker pulling you out, that's awesome. Did you watch wrestling growing up or not?
I did. Yeah. My brother was really into it, and then I got a little bit into it, but I went to Monday Night Raw and SmackDown with him.
Yeah.
We went to the arena stuff.
Yeah.
And we saw the Undertaker. The Undertaker was really nice to everybody. Because we were waiting around in the back of the arena, and he was signing autographs, and other people weren't. The other wrestlers were I don't have time for this. But I thought he seemed like a cool dude.
And that was just it's so surreal, how the worlds are just combining.
Right. Oh, of course. No, the timeline we're in, it's wild, dude. Yeah, dude, you got Dr. Phil doing comedy. You got freaking Roseanne Barr's an activist.
Yeah.
A right-wing activist.
AOC's hating on Tony,
Right. Yeah, Tony Hinchcliffe is is the Republican scapegoat. Yeah.
Did you have a favorite wrestler growing up?
I loved Ric Flair.
Okay.
And he's in Florida. He's in Tampa, dude.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He's where I'm from, dude.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of wrestlers are over in Florida. So Tampa all the way down to Miami, a lot of guys.
Honestly, when I landed here in Austin and it was warm, I was like, now I get why older people move to warm places. There's no need to be cold if you can just go to a warm spot,
That's it. That's what my dad said. That he was in Detroit. He came down to Florida, and that's how I came about.
Yeah. I walked off the plane, I got swamp ass, and I was like, I've never been so thankful for swamp ass for once in my life.
It's great, man. Yeah, no, we're living the dream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I saw on your Instagram that you play a lot of music. You kind of do music comedy.
Yeah.
Did you start playing music at a young age?
Started playing when I was 5. Yeah,
Okay.
I started playing guitar, and I got lessons from my brother, who was getting lessons from a guy who was getting lessons from a guy. Right. So I had, I don't know, third, fourth hand lessons.
Yeah.
And so we had a neighbor who was getting lessons, and so I ended up learning, a few chords, and then my brother was like, "Oh, screw this! I got a car now." So he started driving, and was like, "I don't want to play guitar. I want to go drive around town."
Yeah.
So I was at home, and I just had nothing to do as a kid. So I just listened to the radio, started playing whatever I could figure out on the radio. That was it.
And then I saw you also have some experience with drum set. When did you pick that up?
Yeah. So I started playing drums when I was in middle school.
Okay.
Yeah, because my dad was like, you need to play the violin, right? And I was like, I don't want to. I wanted to be a rocker, dude. I love rock music, and I was playing guitar because playing all the Nirvana and whatever stuff I could figure out. Creed. I grew up playing Creed. And so then I was like, yeah, I wanted to play drums, and my dad's like, no, you're gonna play violin.
Mm-hmm.
And I hated it,
right.
and I wasn't good at it because I didn't like it, so I wasn't gonna learn it really.
Did you also feel like it kind of hurted your manhood?
It felt
it's like a girly.
I looked at when you look into the future by seeing, like if you say, okay, this is the person who's mentoring me, or these are the people who are ahead of me on this trajectory. Like if I keep playing violin, so like my violin teacher was like this guy. He was like super weird dude, like super like I don't know, just very eccentric and like I'm eccentric, but I'm not like, I don't know. I felt like he was like way out of touch with reality, and he had a bad temper, and I was like, I don't want to be like this guy, And then I'm like sitting there playing, and I'm like, it didn't feel right. Just didn't feel right. Like I had ADHD, dude, and you're trying to confine me to this. No, I was like, I want to move around.
Right.
So I told my guidance counselor the next year in 7th grade, I was like, hey, I want to play in the band. I want to play drums.
Right.
And so she switched me out of the orchestra, and I went into band. And the band teacher, he was like, oh, we're already full on drums. And he's like, but if you pass this rhythm test, we're going to do like a syncopation rhythm test. And if you pass that, then I might make an exception.
Oh, I love that.
So, yeah, so I went in front of the whole class, did this whole test, and I nailed it.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, all right, and he was a drummer, so he knew I had rhythm. He's like, all right, you're in.
Yeah.
And my dad was a drummer.
Oh, hell yeah.
But my dad, like, he was a rock and roll star, like, back in the day.
Oh, that's so cool.
He's like, I don't want my kid to be a rock,
Oh, he knows
the lifestyle, and he's like, I don't want my kid being in that. That's why he's doing, like, when I wanted to play guitar, he bought me a classical guitar. And he's trying to get me to play violin, and like, but I'm playing, shredding Nirvana stuff on, on the little, whatever, classical guitar. So, yeah, I've always loved music, and so I just got into playing drums when I was little.
I love
when I was in middle school.
I played drums as well.
Oh, sweet,
yeah,
sweet.
So that's when I saw one of your Instagrams. I was like, oh, look at that, just 2 fucking bangers out here.
That's it, dude. Well, there's a lot of correlation between comedy and music, and also comedy and drummers. Like, you'll see a lot of comics that are drummers, because I think timing. Timing is like, we have a meter naturally.
Yeah.
That helps us to thrive in comedy.
Yeah, some of my best sets, like if the tempo is right, like even if I don't hit a punchline, it's gonna get a laugh somehow.
Right. Yeah, that's the best. When you have the audience and they're just like, whatever he's saying is hilarious. I don't know what he's saying. It doesn't matter. It's so funny.
That's the vibe is right. The timing
you get that.
is right.
Yeah, you get in the zone and you're like, all right, I'm just riffing. That wasn't a joke, but all right, we're gonna keep going.
Yeah, dude.
Or maybe I'll call out the fact that it wasn't a joke, and then that's funny, and then I keep, you just keep building on that. Yeah, I mean, it's to me, it's dynamics. It's music. So I see comedy as being musical.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it is. It's like one soundtrack. If you listen to a good laugh track, it's almost musical.
Yeah.
Like, it's beautiful.
That's what I put in all my videos. Yeah, no laughs. I just put the laugh track in.
My dad, low-key, was like, Bob, you should, he was like, you should actually put in a laugh track, dude. And I was like, Dad, I can't do that.
No, you can't do that. You will, no. Here's the thing. Live stand-up comedy is the hardest thing to translate to video.
Yeah.
It's the hardest thing in the world to translate to video. You could do a concert, and it's still not the same, but you get, like, you're like, I'm still into it.
Yeah.
But a stand-up set that's not cinematic in a stadium or a theater is so hard to get it to resonate, you know, and to translate to video. Because, like, I'll have these sets I'm super excited about. Very, like, everybody was, like, so excited and sold out of all my merch. And then I go home and I try to put it up on YouTube. This is the worst comedy I've ever seen in my life. This is not funny at all. I'm like, man, I guess I'm not funny at all. I don't know. I mean, shoot, right?
Don't quit your day job.
Right, yeah. Oh, you're going to need that day job. Yeah, exactly. Man, like, you're like, dude, this is not, there's a disconnect. Man. Yeah, there's no substitute for live comedy.
Well, to be honest, some people on the internet are just haters because they, like.
Oh, no, for sure. Yeah. But also, objectively, I will say, there's a disparity between the live stand-up and the actual going on YouTube and watching a set.
Yeah. Being in the room is just different.
Right.
You know,
there's an energy.
Yeah.
And it's a conversation. You're literally having a conversation with the audience.
Yeah.
And it's a back and forth. And if you're not part of that conversation, you're just going to look and say, oh, you guys are dumb.
Yeah.
I'm going somewhere else.
It's like flirting, you know? And people get like the tension, like when someone walks up, you're like, oh, God, what is this guy going to do?
Yeah, is he funny? Is he going to? I hope he's funny.
And then, like, let's say, like, he has, like, a certain look to him and he doesn't match it or whatever.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I'm like, I know how I look. I know how I talk. I know how I sound. And I'm not the guy.
Yeah.
I'm not the guy you think I am. Yeah. And so that's kind of fun, though. I like to play with it. Because so there's, like, in comedy, it's kind of, I see it as, like, a pyramid, right? And somebody taught me this a long time. I don't know who did it. But, like, when I was learning comedy, you know, it's a craft. You have to learn it.
Of course.
Right? So it's like when you walk up on stage, there's, like, this point on the triangle on the bottom right or whatever is where what people think before you even say a word. People are already judging you before you even grab the microphone. So people have this perception, you know, which is normal. We have all these experiences and whatever that inform how we perceive the world. So you're like, okay, this guy's probably this, and this. So then, but who you really are is over on the other side of the triangle on the bottom. And the best thing to do is to try to meet them where they are here and bring them to the middle. And then here, when you're like somewhere in between who you actually are and who they think you're gonna be or they thought you were, then you can play and you can go on either side. But by the end of your set, you want to get them all the way to the other side where they're like you reveal, and maybe you just reveal, hey, I'm actually not who you thought I was. Boom, here's something profound, and I'm out.
Oh,
you know,
I love that.
like, and those are the most memorable sets. Or when you know, and when I'm headlining, I try to do that. I try to make sure, okay, like they think this, so I'm gonna play off of the fact that they think I'm some idiot, whatever.
Yeah.
And then I am, you know, sure, I'm a little bit of an idiot, but I'm gonna play with, you know, with that. And then by the end of the set, I'm like, hey, I'm actually the same as you, or I'm actually, you know, not at all what you thought. And that's the most fun thing in the world. Like you'll have somebody go up with an accent the whole set. You've seen this, where they'll go with an accent the whole set, and then the last, like, you know, or they act like the biggest idiot in the world. And at the end, they're just like rattling off the most brilliant thing in the world, right? And then everybody's just stunned.
Yeah.
And you won't forget that set. You won't forget that set. So I think that's a really, I think that's a powerful way to, you know, to help connect with an audience. Because again, and there are nights where I'm like, okay, I start here and I get in the middle. And they're not willing to come with me to the end of the triangle. And I'm okay. I'm like, okay, that's fine. You didn't trust me enough to take this, and that's
this
fine.
was a me problem.
Yeah. Maybe it was a me problem, or maybe, you know, maybe you're not my demographic.
No, that's true.
You know, and that's fine too.
Yeah.
And, you know, or maybe that which is on me, because maybe I need to know, even if it's a retirement community, I need to know how to make a retirement community laugh, or like, you know, a super liberal room or a super you know, conservative room. You got to be able to navigate all those.
Bend a little bit.
But sometimes, you know, and it could just be how long your set is. Maybe if you're not headlining, you know, and maybe you're not supposed to reveal who you are, you know, in that.
Right.
Yeah. But I that's the goal always, is to like play around with who you think I am and get you to who I actually am.
No, I love that, because, you know, I had like this epiphany a couple years ago, because like sometimes I would like start in dirty. But I don't, like, okay, so before I grew out the mullet and the mustache, I just used to rock a buzz haircut. I was like very cute boy.
Yeah, so you don't look the part. Like, there are certain people, like that mom, you don't want to hear her going nasty.
Exactly.
You don't want that. It doesn't fit the bill.
You have to take them on a journey to nasty.
Right, you can get there if you want. That's fine, but if that's not really, it's, again, there's that disconnect between, and if you try to take them on this bottom row, you're done.
Yeah.
You're not going to go on that bottom end of the triangle. You have to take them all the way through the journey.
They almost think like you're fronting. It's not who you are.
Right.
And I'm like, this is me, bastards.
Yeah.
So that's why I kind of open up with just like, I'm 31, the Dairy Queen stuff. My family had a Dairy Queen for 16 years. And then like, as soon as I enter like relationship material, that's when you can figure out, oh, you know what, Bob has a little game. You know, he might not be good at it.
Right. No. And it's okay. Yeah. But again, just be you. Just be authentic.
Yeah.
If you can be authentic and get people to be okay with you being authentic, that's a win. It's always a win. But yeah, I think you can't come out hard with that, man.
Nah.
And that's the natural thing that comics do, because the number one way to elicit a laugh psychologically is with shock. If you're shocked or you're embarrassed or uncomfortable, laughing is a response. So you can get laughs by being shocking.
Yeah.
But if you don't have context, or nobody's gonna like you.
Right.
They're not gonna like you or want to support you in your career.
Right.
And so yeah, and I'm a clean comic, so I don't even like in my act I don't curse. I don't get dirty or nasty. I will get dark. I will get provocative. But but that's just not me because I don't I like to be silly and have fun.
Yeah.
I'm not here to try to be shocking. I mean, I might challenge. I like to be challenging.
What is your material about? Just your experiences in your livelihood, or?
Yeah, I mean, it's gosh, I talk about whatever's interesting to me.
Okay.
Which changes. It changes, but I have at this point I have hours of material.
Right. And
so I'm like, okay, I can go through the stuff I know works, which I get bored with easily, or I could say this is the way I approach it.
Okay.
Every audience, wherever I am, I consider the context of where I am, the audience, what are they like, or what are again, I've had enough experience to where I can at least get a concept of what these people will be interested in talking about. Are they going to like relationship stuff? Are they going to like growing up, childhood stuff? Are they going to like musical stuff? Are they going to like just dad jokes and one-liners? Yeah. I don't know. I have to figure that out as I, feel the energy out. But whatever it is, I have a catalog of jokes where I can say, okay, they want relationship stuff. Okay, well, we'll start with the relationship stuff, or I'll do my intro, whatever, and then go to relationship, and then see if I want to. I always see forks in the road in my brain of okay, well, they really like this, so I could go further over this way, And I also do a lot of crowd work, so sometimes I'll just start with crowd work, and I'll just be like, hey, what's going on? Oh, what's up? Oh, you got this going? Because I think of something while I'm sitting, waiting to go up, or I'll hear something another comic said, and then.
Well, that's the best. Connecting the room.
Well, that's it. I think when you get on stage, you have to connect. Is key. You have to connect and have fun. Yeah. So for me, it's connect, play. I just want to play and have fun. Because if I'm not having fun, then what's the point?
They can see it.
They'll feel it. Yeah. So I'm like, well, I want to entertain these people, and the best way to do that is to connect. And the best way to connect is to directly talk to them. For me, because I like doing crowd work. If you don't like doing crowd work, then don't. Yeah. But that's I love that.
Yeah, honestly, I treat crowd work like a podcast, and if you just have a chill conversation, the funny just naturally
it comes, dude.
It just comes out.
Come. It's not that hard.
Yeah.
If you enjoy it, again, if you are okay with the ambiguity of this could go anyway. Yeah. But I like to be dangerous.
Yeah.
I like to be, that's part of comedy is you like to the thrill of the risk.
Yeah.
There's risk.
Well, that's also the live part, you won't you can't write that part.
Right, but it's not hard if you're okay with taking a risk.
Exactly.
If you're a risk taker, hey, I'd say try crowd work.
And it also, you can come back to your material. That's
and if it doesn't work, you can make fun of the fact that it didn't work.
Yeah, exactly.
Make fun of the fact that it didn't work. Say, that's on me. I got other jokes. Don't worry about it. It's okay. I got other jokes. Boom. And then you're off to, and they're laughing. Yeah. You just acknowledge whatever happens in the room, and it'll magically unfold. Yeah. And again, that's how I like to do it, because otherwise I get bored. Yeah. I mean, I grew up with ADHD, my brain would always be bored if it was contained to a certain
just what you written on your paper.
Right. If I well, now you have to sit here and listen to the teacher talk for an hour, and I
it just feels like being in a lecture.
Right. Yeah, and I don't want that.
No, not at all. Have you tried different looks on stage?
I do all kinds of looks. Yeah, I mean, I've tried different looks. My look right now is pretty standard. But, yeah. I mean, I always had short hair, but I didn't like having short hair because I was a rock guy,
Okay, yeah.
But then I also didn't like the inconvenience of having long hair.
Right.
Like you got the mullet, so you don't have to worry about it, your ears and, getting in your, right now, it kind of gets in my face a little bit, but I like to, but it's easy to put it aside or whatever. Right. So I'm like, okay, if I want to make fun of emo kids, if I see an emo kid, I can go emo.
Yeah.
I can go emo if I want. Yeah. I can go, just whatever, straight-laced white guy. I can go whatever, I can go Rachel Maddow if I want, and it's fun. I like to play with how I look. But my look when I start out, I always start out my set now with these glasses.
Okay.
So I actually wear these glasses on stage, and then as I'm getting closer to the middle of the triangle or that pyramid, I take off the glasses so I can connect even more.
Oh.
You know, because at first they don't trust you enough, right?
Yeah, with glasses on.
But right, which is fine. But I come out silly.
Yeah.
So they're like, okay, we're starting to like this guy. I take the glasses off, and I feel like I'm directly connecting. And again, it's taking that dynamic up a notch.
Right.
You know, and then I can get real super silly. Or if I want to bring it back down, I'll put the glasses back on. Like it's all subliminal type of psychology. So then I'll put them back on and be like, okay, but here's a story. You know, story time. Whatever I want to do.
Yeah, I got you.
And then so I kind of go back and forth between. You know, I kind of play with the different areas of my personality that I want to reveal.
Of course.
Yeah.
Now, why this? Like, I'm a big glasses guy. You know,
Yeah. I love glasses. Yeah.
Ever since I've been a child, I always wear some.
And I'm photosensitive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because again, if you're ADHD, you likely are hypervigilant.
Mm-hmm.
Like people with autism, they're really hypervigilant. Yeah. But like ADHD is just kind of like, oh yeah, the sun's always bright, or lights kind of bother me. I get a headache, like things like that.
Yeah.
So this actually kind of neutralizes some of that. And if you have lights on you on stage, it's actually more comfortable for me to start with these glasses.
I believe that because sometimes I'll go on stage and I'll be like,
right.
I'm like, oh.
So
like,
this actually helps me as well.
Yeah.
As I feel like it's kind of fun for me to play with throughout
Right.
I'll reveal, I'll give them a glimpse sometimes,
Yeah, give 'em a little
then go
winky
back.
wink.
Yeah. And for me, again, it's dynamics, it's music, so I can use this as an instrument. You know.
Why this tint though? What's
okay? Because this is blue light blocking.
Okay.
So the blue light will keeps you overstimulated. So if you're naturally prone to being overstimulated, that will affect your brain.
Okay.
So this filters out the blue light so you can stay calm.
Yeah.
Keep your mind,
Do all Smurfs look white in that then?
They look kind of gray. Yeah. I've been watching a lot of Smurfs. I got a problem. I love Smurfs. Yeah.
That's like, yeah, man. I totally feel that. The worst look I ever had on stage is I wore a leather jacket and then I had my face on a T-shirt.
Yeah.
And I went up there. It was like one of my first shows. I opened up like, "What up, motherfuckers?"
Yeah, it came out hard.
Yeah, so
came out
hard.
hot.
And when I did that, just my one homie, yeah, Bob.
Right, of course. Yeah, he's ride or die. That's how you know. That was a test of friendship.
Yeah,
right
but
there.
The whole audience was like, "Who is this guy?"
They're like, we don't want to be friends with that guy.
Yeah, and then I learned, you got to work up to that. You
got to. Man. Yeah, Andrew Dice Clay can do that.
Yeah.
We saw Andrew Dice Clay do that.
That was amazing.
Yeah, and that was awesome. I also like to see how you can find the influences of other comics. Like when I watch Dice live, I was like, wait, this is where Sebastian Maniscalco got some of his influence.
Yeah.
And then you see Sebastian, and then you watch the guy Ari Matty, and you're like, wait, that's where Ari Matty got some influence from Sebastian. Like, and it's interesting because people are like, oh, this guy's like the most original guy, and props for what they're doing. But we all have influences. People can't pin me as much because my influences are so wild.
Right.
But if you know my influences, you'll start to see it. Like Sinbad,
Right.
number one.
Yeah.
And if you know Sinbad's stand-up,
Uh-huh.
his crowd work is phenomenal, and that's like my favorite thing.
Yeah, I might have to go check out some of his crowd work. Yeah.
Afros and Bell Bottoms and Son of a Preacher Man are my favorite specials of his. He also did a special where it was only crowd work.
Mm-hmm.
The whole time he's making fun of this like 15-year-old kid in the front row for an hour. And that was his special.
Yeah,
and it was hilarious. And because he's like, you don't know nothing. You don't know nothing. And again, and I do this voice. Like, you'll be like, wait, this guy's, because again, I'm influenced by him. But like, it's like, it's so funny to watch. Like, like my influences are like Sinbad, Weird Al Yankovic, and
Weird Al.
Norm Macdonald's probably my number 2, number 3, somewhere in there, probably number 2 to Sinbad. And then, it's all over the map. Like Adam Sandler, stuff like that. Yeah.
So sometimes when you're doing these headlining gigs, do you bring a guitar on stage with you?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
It just depends. Like, so I do a lot of corporate events.
Okay.
So the corporate events, they decide if they want.
That's where the money's at.
Well, of course. Yeah. I mean, that's how I stay alive.
Yeah.
I can't make a living otherwise. Yeah. I mean, these clubs, man. It's funny because people are like, oh well, like even again, the haters online. If I really listen to them, they're saying, well, like if I say something about the economy, they're gonna be like, oh well, it's because you just need a better job. I'm like, wait, but if you're a comedian and you go to work at clubs, the clubs aren't paying you more.
Right.
Are you making more money now from the clubs? Are they paying you more than they did 5 years ago? No. They're paying you either the same, probably the same.
Yeah.
But they're they're not going to pay you more, even because their business has also been affected by inflation or whatever.
Right.
So sometimes they're paying you less.
Yeah.
And so, but you're still doing the same work, and you're getting paid either the same or less, and inflation, has gone up. So, just if you do the math, it's like, I would not survive if it weren't for corporate gigs.
Right.
So I do a lot of corporate, and I even do like church gigs, stuff like that. And it's fun because I like crowd work. And if you don't like crowd work, you're going to hate corporate.
Right.
So, but I always give them an option. I say, hey, do you want me to bring the guitar? Because it's kind of like a la carte. Like, hey, if you want me to come and do jokes, for an hour, I can do it for this. But if you want, you have to factor in travel and all that. But it's like, okay, for an hour, it's this. But if you only want a half hour or you only want 20 minutes, then, again, considering how far it is and all that. But if you want me to add music, there's another, a charge for that, because it's more preparation and, stuff for me.
Of course.
And so, I mean, it's it just depends on the gig. But sometimes I bring it just because I want to, and I won't charge them if I just happen to want to bring it.
Right.
But if it's part of my contract, of course, I'm going to bring it.
I feel that.
Yeah, but I love doing the music, so it just depends. Sometimes I feel like doing it, sometimes I don't.
Yeah. I get that. What's your favorite corporate gig you've ever done?
Oh, man. Let's see. Oh, dude. This one might get taken down from YouTube. I did a corporate gig for the people who developed the vaccine for Pfizer and Moderna.
Wow.
Yeah. Israeli company.
Oh, now I see.
I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just the facts.
Yeah.
The CEO was, whatever. It was weird, man. I mean, the people were cool. It's just, I did this gig and I show up to, it was like in Orlando, I think, and it was in this hotel resort in a ballroom, and it was a standard corporate gig. Like, there was nothing really crazy about it until I got there, and in Florida, like, I don't even think you can get a vaccine in there. I don't know, but I never, it's like I didn't get it, right? So I go and
I tried not to get it.
Right. Oh yeah. No, it was hard, dude. Clubs were not like Starbucks. I got bounced out of a Starbucks because I wasn't vaccinated. Anyhow, enough about that. But again, in Florida, like, it was we didn't know about that. So we're like, I go, but they're having their corporate event in Florida, which is funny already. But then I go in and so I already had jokes about vaccines, and I was making a lot of fun of AstraZeneca. That was a way to get them on my side.
Yeah.
Because they were Pfizer, Moderna, right?
Right.
But then there was an AstraZeneca guy there, right? Which was weird. I was like, what are you doing here, right? I was, you're not supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be in prison. Anyhow, but dude, I was like, all right. So I go in and I start. So I'm making jabs. Anyhow, I'm like, so I'm making fun of all the vaccine stuff.
Yeah.
And it was right around. It was the end of the year, right? So it was like a Christmas or holiday party. And I never had COVID. I didn't have it until after this event.
Okay.
Like, half of the people the people who are like developing the vaccine, have taken all the vaccines or whatever, they're out sick with COVID. Half of them. 50% of the people. Yeah, so it's a lighter audience than what I was supposed to have.
Yeah.
But it's like 50% out with COVID. And then, and so I'm like, obviously that's funny.
That's really
and then
funny.
something to talk about. And I made this joke where I was like, this joke is either going to get me fired right now or it's going to go great.
Yeah.
So I said, man, this is great. You guys are, working hard to with the vaccine for Pfizer, Moderna, trying to help people. And, there's just so much immunity in this room. I was like, like, legally is what I'm saying, and I said legally, and dude, it got quiet for a second. Like, I'm like, uh-oh, I just lost my job, and then everybody just started busting out, like, rolling, right? Because I'm like, yeah, not just physically, like, legally you're immune, and because this is like when everything was in the news about, there's no liability for these Pfizer and whoever these big pharmaceutical companies are. Yeah. So so that was wild, and I. And the HR lady the whole time is biting her nails, like, and looking at the CEO, like, I hope this is okay. So I literally had to stop the show and say, hey, HR, how we doing? I was like, I was like, you're looking at the CEO. Are we good? Are we having fun? Are you having fun?
Yeah.
Oh, she's having fun. We're good. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. You're good because she hired me. You know,
Right,
usually
right,
it's the HR hires you. You know, and then which is also ironic when you're hiring comedy. You know, you're getting we're supposed to be provocateurs. You know.
Yeah.
And you know the HR, but we have to deal with the HR department a lot. So yeah, calling out that dynamic and playing with it was fun. But I got COVID from that gig.
Wow, the irony and all that.
Yeah, 3 days later, I got a fever and a headache, and I'm like, wait, what? Yeah, sure enough, that was it.
Man, that fucking sucks.
Popped some of them horse pills that Joe Rogan was talking about, dude. I was good.
Yeah.
I was good in like 12 hours. I only felt bad for 2 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ketamine therapy is, I think, really big here in Austin because it's been showing up on my Instagram.
Are you talking about ketamine? I was talking about the other stuff.
Isn't that the horse shit? Ketamine?
No, ketamine's a horse tranquilizer.
Oh.
No. That would make you forget everything. You wouldn't even. You're on another planet at that point. No. It was what do they call this stuff? Ivermectin. Ivermectin. Yeah, I took that.
Okay.
That they were saying it's horse dewormer.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
remember?
Yeah. You're right.
Like that was again back in that time. This is like everybody forgot about all this, but at that time, everybody's like, oh, it's whatever. It's you're taking. It's for horses.
Yeah,
and I took it, and dude, whatever, dude. I got a tail now. It's like, it's good.
Love that.
Yeah.
I got COVID, and then I got I took the vaccine. I got sick. Then I got COVID, got real sick, and then I got the second shot, and then that fucked me up real bad. So like all
Whoa.
October, I think like 20.
You were just sick the whole time.
The whole October 2023 or 2022.
Brutal. And I heard that too. I heard
Yeah.
people after their second one they would get sick. And I was in a restaurant in Tampa downtown, and I was just waiting on my order, and these like college girls walk in, right?
Yeah.
Just fresh faced, healthiest people you ever seen. And this one girl just straight up passes out, lands, hits her head on the floor.
Shit.
And like out.
Yeah.
Like I'm like trying to like shake her, like wake her up, because everybody's looking at me because I'm like the only person who's not a college kid or
Right.
looks like they know what they're
Be
doing.
responsible, Dad.
There's a white guy here. Yeah. Let's get him. And so I'm like shaking her, like, oh, what's going on? And then she wasn't responding at all. I'm like, call an ambulance. Like, what's going on? And then she finally came to, and I was like, hey, like, what's going on? Do you have any medical conditions? Because we're calling an ambulance, right?
Right.
Do you have any, did you eat anything weird, or have you eaten today? Like, and she's like, oh yeah, no, I'm fine. I just went and got my COVID shot. Like literally, like I was like, have you ever passed out before? No. Have you ever had a health issue? No. Just literally just
COVID shots.
COVID
dude.
shot, dude.
Yeah, I feel bad for the people that got the Johnson & Johnson one,
Yeah, well, some people say that's better.
Just the one and done.
They say it's better because it didn't have the mRNA or whatever, and that the one that changes your DNA as much or what. I don't know.
Yeah.
Who knows? I think, just take care of your body.
Yeah, well, that was
detox. There's a lot of stuff you can take to detox.
Yeah.
I would just do that and reduce inflammation. That's
the biggest one.
That's
Take
what
your
I'm about.
turmeric.
Yeah, turmeric, baby. Yes, I'm telling you. Yeah, and I mean, so I've always been like a natural immunity guy. Like when I learned that I had the allergy to gluten, I started doing all the studies on nutrition and how to like naturally take care of yourself. So I just always try to boost my immune system.
Yeah. Before the COVID vaccine, I hadn't been sick for like 4 years.
Yeah.
Because I was like, working out, eating well.
Right, yeah, you're taking care of yourself.
And then, man, that really fucking fucked me up. And then I got sick once, like after that one time.
Yeah.
But I haven't been sick since. And I'm like, that shit, it compromised me a little bit. I was such a strong boy.
Right? I know. Man, well, again, it's I just think that whatever you can do to not take drugs, things that are not natural, just find out what you can do to stay healthy, because that's
Touch
the
grass
best.
a little bit.
Like, yeah, I feel like we're designed to like be able to fight stuff off.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that scientifically, but whatever,
People hate on people in India because it's like so dirty and
Dude, India has all the best spices, bro. Are you kidding me? Bro, the turmeric, like you said, all those things are anti-inflammatory.
Yeah, Eastern medicine, like they got it down, and then what is it? Like Western medicine just wants to sell pharmaceuticals on you. So,
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, if you do the research on the FDA and all the Rockefellers and all that, bro, you will find some crazy stuff.
It's a
I went down the
dark
rabbit
world
hole, dude,
there.
a bunch of times. Yeah.
What's your favorite conspiracy?
Oh, bro, I got all kinds. I like watching Whitney Cummings talk about conspiracy theories. Did you see her on CNN?
I did. She
Bro,
was,
she
kept that guy
rocked it,
awake.
dude.
Yep.
I love the fact that she's like, "Are we still on? Am I really still? You guys didn't, you didn't cut the feed."
Yeah.
Like I was so hyped, like watching that because it's you know, I don't know. I feel like all the conspiracies are true now.
Yeah. It's all coming
Like
to light.
90% are true. Alex Jones is now like some kind of shaman, dude.
He
Like,
should write a book, you know?
yeah. But again, dude. I mean, he got bought. Like he got so sued, and like his InfoWars got taken from him.
Yeah.
So I think it's like his whole archive, everything is now property of like the people that were coming against him.
Yeah.
So that's weird.
It is a little
That's
weird.
a little weird. So, but dude, I mean, yeah, I mean, I was one of those guys that always thought Alex Jones was out of his mind, and I'm not saying he's right about everything, but he freaking was right about more of the stuff than what the news was.
The frogs are gay.
Yeah, he's like, oh wait, they are kind of gay. Actually, you know what? They're kind of hopping around a little bit more dainty, you know, a little more effeminate.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah, I don't check their gender, but I see, you know, there's more, you know.
I check their gender.
Yeah, you should.
I
You
lift
should.
up the frog dress.
Yeah,
and
you
like-
gotta check the source. You gotta get your receipts, as they say.
Yeah, man.
So I think I don't know what my favorite conspiracy theory is. I think, like I said, I just kind of said, yeah, if I hear a conspiracy theory, I'm like, that's probably true. It's probably true.
Yeah, like now it's like not worth trying to fight it, you know?
I don't even. Yeah, I'm just like, hey, I'm just. Whatever happens, dude, I'm just here. You know, again, I'm meditating. You know, I'm taking my turmeric. I'm cool. CBD. I got a little CBD in me. I'm good.
Something's
my joints
gonna
are
come out of
smooth.
the ocean sooner or later.
Yeah,
fuck us
stuff's
all.
coming out of the ocean. We don't know what it is, but whatever, dude. It's fine. We got drones. Whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, dude.
You know, live and let live, dude. Just let those drones be, dude.
Yeah,
you know?
dude. They only have so much battery life up there. They gotta
Exactly,
land
dude.
sometime.
Exactly, man. I
Get
mean,
a gun, shoot it down.
Yeah.
None of that problem would have happened here in Texas. I feel like, you know, once.
I know everybody's saying that, dude. I mean, somebody got arrested for shooting a drone down. They shot a drone down. I don't know if it was in New Jersey or North Texas, like somewhere. There was one of those drone sightings, and somebody just shot it down.
Oh, that's super lame. If it flies into your fucking airspace, you should be able to. And it looks
right. But they're
sketchy.
saying it's registered with the FAA.
Oh.
So they're saying even Biden said that. Biden came out. He's like, however he got it out.
Yeah.
He said, FDA, the FAA, the NBA, they got it out. You know, it's supposed to be there. You know, man, don't worry about it, man. It's okay, man. Come on, man. Yeah, he said something.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, but that's what he meant. I think is that they're registered. Like these people are already so the government knows who it is. They know who it is.
Yeah, but they, you know, it's like over private property. It's like that guy doesn't know who it is. You
Exactly.
know? So it's like
yeah,
scary.
and I
for
don't
them.
think it's cool. I don't think it's like
I
the
don't
right
think it's cool
the right
either.
thing.
Yeah.
Right? We're
They-
not cool with the drones, man.
Nah. I mean, like I have a drone and I respect people's fucking space. You know. Like,
Right.
I'm not gonna like
You
fly.
know, yeah,
to
you're like
someone's window.
sunbathing, and then your drone's coming in. I'm like, that's not. I'm shooting it.
Yeah,
I'm shooting it.
and as you
I don't
should.
even have a gun, but I'm gonna find one, dude. I'm gonna shoot it because
Stick a
I'm in
rocket in it.
Texas. You know, I can find a gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a guy with a concealed carry. Just every other dude.
Yeah.
Hey, brother, can you shoot
Open
this
carry.
for me?
Yeah. It's whatever, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, I got an extra gun. Yeah. Here it is.
Take it, brother.
Yeah, it's yours. I got plenty.
That's why I hear like the housewarming gifts are here. If you move down here, someone
They
gives you a
should
gun.
be. They should be. Shoot, man. I don't want them drones coming after me, bro. Come on.
Yeah, man.
Get my data. I don't know.
So Donnie, we've been doing this for a little bit here. Let me
Yeah.
ask you something. One last question before we get
Sure,
out of
sure.
here. You know, what do you miss about your childhood? Like, you know, like life has come so far. Technology has come so far. What's something like you just miss? Like, you know, from when you were little, you know, that's gone now.
Oh man. I mean, I miss people.
Mm-hmm.
People who are gone.
Oh, that's
you know?
deep. Yeah.
I feel like that's who I miss.
Yeah.
Or that's what I miss. I don't know. I feel like everything that I wanted to do in my childhood, I'm doing.
Okay.
So I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm thankful, man.
Yeah.
I guess I miss having an intact left knee.
Yep.
Didn't have 2 surgeries on it. That was cool. Like being
Yeah.
able to, you know,
Not wake up with
not
pain.
worry about what I do. But no, man, I feel like I don't miss anything. Dude.
Yeah.
I don't miss anything.
No, that people one is that's
The people.
that's nice. Like, yeah, I never really thought about that. You know, sometimes like, I haven't really lost anyone yet, like my parents or anyone.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm
thinking like my grandma.
Yeah,
you know,
even like my grandparents. I've only lost my grandpa, and I didn't really know him too well, so it didn't like really strike me too hard.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, that's a really good answer.
Yeah,
I like that.
That's all I got.
Yeah, tell the people where to find you, and let's get out of here.
All right. So I'm Donnie. You can find me on Instagram, Donnie Does Jokes. You can find me on YouTube.com, Donnie Does Jokes. And I think TikTok for a minute. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, unless Trump gets rid of it or tries to keep it.
Yeah, that's
well,
it.
thanks for coming through,
Hey,
brother. This
appreciate
was
you,
a
bro.
pleasure, man.
Yeah,
Nice
thank
meeting
you, man.
And everything, man.
Likewise.
This was awesome.
Yeah.
Deuces.